me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knockin'. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang. Gucci gang, think I'm Gucci Mane. I'm just playing in the cut, I got my Vans on. I'm not selfish, I get on and put my mans on. Always greedy since the day I got my first safe. 5'7", but I'm 6'8" when I stand on the money pals. Need a money counter, I broke my thumb from thumbing down. Wifey on my line, she told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumbing now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knockin'. Get out my way, I'm so unashamed. Throw it to my veins, like my 2K green or blue, I'm not into games. Focus on your player's face while I'm stacking change. We throw out what you got on your whole crew late. Every time I drop it, knock you make the screw face. I can't stand to be around people who are two-faced. I can't stand to do some business if you're too late. I beat the beater defeated, I beat the beater mistreated, I beat the odds deleted. On top, I'm ODing. No rock star with these leather pants, I'm AC/DCing. When I die, I bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing.
Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. Feel I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Look, straight from the mud like Ruby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city.
So your rival shot everything and signed with you guys in the off-season. What did he bring?
There was an adjustment period for everyone involved. The guys were skeptical as to work, but once they saw that him and I were cool,
got that black boy joy, might do my dance on him. Take no disrespect, might put my hands on him. Hit this chicken, now she wanna marry me. But she gon' need some closure and some therapy. Came back to the city with my bank account on F. Giving rappers hell, I know they happy that I left. Hit the south in winter, I just put down my deposit. 82 degrees, I left that jacket in my closet. I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. Feel I'm in the mood for a change up.
Midway through your career, you found yourself fighting to keep this starting position.
How they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Hey, look, came in with the what's that? Left out with the who she. Laying game like 2D. I been kicking shit like Bruce Lee. Margarita to the brim tip. Black denim need a slim fit. Same people that I flex with be the ones that I'm in the gym with. I'm a living legend, you a dead cause, and I'm dead ass. No, I'm dead, right? Leave it early, but I'm here night. Long and short to keep the head right. Teed up out of Malibu, got sand all in my good shoes. Press a nigga with the pessimism, but I only came for the good news. I am the show that they came for, hitting the target I aim for. We been discussing the contract, just telling they get what they paid for. I am not fucking with poverty, really it started to bother me. I need the yacht with the property, that come with the view that you gotta see. Came up from the basement, hit the rooftop with a passion. Bad bitch with some good credit and a good sense for the fashion. Dope blowing with the left hand, ass gripping with the right hand. Uber share to the airport, I'ma hit you back when my flight land. I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up.
Life is what you make it.
Of course, the signing came up in the next press conference, and the reporter's questions made me realize just how serious things were.
Rain day on shit I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this shit I'm laying, and it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase, nobody see my face. I was chasing at the
I think we all knew that this was only the start of what was going to turn out to be a lot better.
I've been breaking rules, I've been making moves with everything to prove. Now it's going how I see it through my lens, but it's stuck in my head. I can't seem to get away from it. I went out of my way. I'm trying to feel the again. I've lost somewhere in my head.
Next day, it made it very clear management was looking to replace him. Still, way to drop it.
I'm somewhere near the edge of wishing we never met. I'm scared of being without it. Afraid no one ever know me. I'm out near the edge, and I can't get us out of my head yet. Look like who I'm becoming.
Oh, I feel it.
That's all I ever wanted. Never
Plenty
like it when you're
intense.
sober. Only like
It
you when
wasn't
I'm
his
lonely.
fault, but I wasn't looking forward to spending the rest of the year defending my position.
Feel like they really nice me if they ever get to know me. They tell me that you need me. The accident show it.
Gentlemen, this week's not over yet, so don't get comfortable. We've had a good week so far, so let's make sure we finish the same way. Consistency is the key to winning in this league, so keep up the good work. Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.
Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Squeeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Never know, talking like Geronimo, get dropped out like some dominoes. Blues and greens and pinks, I got a lot of those. Yeah, you know, talking slime, I can't relate to snakes, I see a lot of foes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. 10 toes, keep it thorough, stepping out for sure, though, time to let them know. Rubber band bands, I got a lot of dough, oh for sure. Working around the clock, sometimes I need me more than 24. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so I let it go.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The bare face and the slip tongue, that's what she said. She left good, she got big teeth when she bite lip with the weak face. Hella bad when she throwing it back, she bring out away for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I'm paying my stat. I got a matter what he said. The 2010, yeah, LeBron James with the backboard, took a bad boy. Put it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Niggas cross, need to laugh more. I keep it 100 on dashboard.
It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. Coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman, and their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 86 yards.
I was so glad you lied.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Vikings nothing.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
Nor what the team has wanted.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there. Down to the on play action, they'll throw. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
49ers 7.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
89.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that makes it 14-10. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's a 2nd and 7. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a throw right side, take it in here to start this drive. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator...
2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second here in the first half. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Hamler as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Harper. That is caught by the tight end, Kettle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Down and sacked.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, they feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Minnesota Vikings.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what...
They'll set up to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice Nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
5-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
49ers 24.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. Powerful running. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Blankenship out for the point after. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. They've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Minnesota, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans.
Go beast on 'em. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on 'em. I